Hello everybody, today's video is brought to you by the most persistent brand partner we've ever worked with, Wash and Go. When I think back to the first phone call I had with Mr. Wash and Go, I even said, why are you so persistent in getting me involved as an ambassador for Wash and Go? Do you know what they said? They said, because you embody everything our brand's about. And I thought, you're with it. You know what you're on about it. You're a brand about the town. Because when I think about Wash and Go, I think 2 in 1. And when I think about myself, which isn't very often, but when I do think about it, I think, yes, 2 in 1. Presenter, international sex symbol. I also find that Wash and Go is extremely fast and efficient as a brand to use. And, well, that's me as well. Just ask Mrs. Goldbridge. You know, there's nothing I can't do too quickly. And on top of that, when I think about Twitter, I think, well, effectively, in a very watered-down version, most people are replying to me saying WashAndGoBridge. So when I think about it, it really is a no-brainer. Mark Goldbridge, Wash and Go. A match like no other. Enjoy the clip. So we're going to do top 5 centre-backs in the Prem in a moment, but Man City, I do think Man City struggle for not actually having a proper number 9. I don't know about anybody else. I do this sometimes, just start singing Classic Queen. Right, Furland, Mendy, Bale and Carvajal injured. Modric rested and Kroos just came back from injury. If not injuries, we would have beaten Chelsea last season too, says Zubby. Zubby is clearly a Real Madrid fan. There you go. He's put us all straight. So, let's do top 5 centre-backs in the Premier League, because there's not a lot to talk about on the half-times. Liverpool leading 2-0 because the goalkeeper's crap for Porto. And PSG leading 1-0 against Man City because Man City don't have a striker, basically. Lots of probing, but no goals for Man City. Lots of possession for Man City. And PSG not really doing much. I do want to know in the chat what time Fury's going to fight Wilder, because that's a week on Saturday, isn't it? So can easily do that because there's no football on. So a late night is not a bad thing. But you go a little too low. So, top 5 centre-backs in the Prem. Let me write these down. So, 100% we've got Varane. I'm just going to put names out at the moment. So, Diaz, Varane, Van Dijk. Well, to be honest with you, those 3 are in the top 3, aren't they, for sure? Rudiger, I do like Rudiger as well. I mean, these are not the definitive. I'll do them in order at the moment. So we've got Rudiger, Van Dijk, Diaz, Varane. I think Harry Maguire does have to go. Not necessarily in the top 5, but I think he's got to go in the discussion. And I know a lot of people might disagree with that. But look, Harry Maguire over the last year, not last year, I mean calendar year, has been very, very good. And he was fantastic in the Euros. So I think he's got to be in that conversation. Thiago Silva. I mean, you know, are we doing it on reputation or are we doing it on actual ability? I think that, you know, he's good. He's definitely good. I mean, look, we can add him to the conversation. I mean, a lot of people are saying Matip at Liverpool. I think he's very good. I think he's very good. I'm happy to put Matip in there. I think he's underrated. Every time I watch him, I think he is very good. So we've got 7 at the moment. Rudiger, Van Dijk, Diaz, Varane, Maguire, Thiago, Matip. Would I take any of the Man City ones? Well, the argument would be Laporte, but Laporte doesn't get picked over Stones. So I don't think I would put Laporte in there. I think he needs to play more games. Thiago Silva's already in there. Ben White can go shite. No chance. You know, it's not about how value. Dan West. I'm not getting involved in those Arsenal obsessors. Not bothered. Ben White. Tarkowski. What about Tarkowski Goldbridge? Tarkowski's a great centre-back. Go and have a poo, Deitch. No. Gabriel, no. Chelsea, no. Not other than Rudiger and Silva. Liverpool, we've got 2 of theirs. I mean, really, is there a bit of a hint going on here that every player that we've picked is from the top 4? Is there not a centre-back that gets in who's not in the top 4? Probably not. No. Spurs, definitely not. Eric Dyer, no. Leicester, I mean, I think Fofana's got potential, but he's not fit. Sionku's really fell off. West Ham, I think they've got good centre-backs, but I don't think they're top 5 in the world, in the league. Wolves, no. Leeds, no. I'm trying to think. Romero doesn't play for Spurs. You can't say him. Dunk me. No. Agbona's good. He's good, but no, not in the top 5 for me. Zuma's underrated. Lindelof, no. So I think we've got our final list of 7. We've got, I mean, look, you can add Laporte in there if you want. Add Laporte in there. But we've got Laporte then, Matip, Thiago Silva, Maguire, Varane, Diaz, Van Dijk, Rudiger. Well, this is the Goldbridge top 5. I'm just writing them in here. Definitely. The only one I'm struggling with is 5th. Okay. This is my top 5 centre-backs in the Premier League at the moment. In at number 5, a little bit of bias. I understand if you say Matip. I've gone with Harry Maguire at number 5. I'm going to get boos, but look, I'm a United fan. I think he's had a very good calendar year. I'm going to put Harry Maguire in at number 5 as the 5th best centre-back in the Premier League at the moment. So Harry Maguire in at number 5. In at number 4, a player I've always liked, and even I think a year ago I said I liked him, and Chelsea fans told me he wasn't that good. Rudiger. I think he is absolutely fantastic. I've been very impressed with him over the last 8 months. Again, I think he's got everything: ball distribution, aerial ability, pace, and what I really like about Rudiger is he's a shithouse. He winds everybody up, which I think is brilliant. He gets into people's heads. So I would put Rudiger at number 4. I'd like to put Rudiger higher, but when you see who's going to be in the top 3, you'll understand why he's not higher. So Rudiger at number 4. Number 3, Ruben Diaz. Now people are going to go mad, but I don't care. Ruben Diaz, player of the year last year, wasn't he? Fantastic centre-back, Ruben Diaz. But I don't put him ahead of the 2 I'm about to mention because I think they're better. So Ruben Diaz is number 3. Number 2, Rafael Varane is number 2. For me, Rafael Varane's, I don't care whether he's wearing a United shirt, a Liverpool shirt, a Man City shirt. He's one of the top 5 centre-backs in the world. And he's at Manchester United. So he's number 2, Varane, for me. Got everything. Fantastic centre-back. For me, the dream partnership in world football would be Varane and Van Dijk. I think they're the 2 best centre-backs in the world. And Van Dijk's number 1. I still think Virgil van Dijk is the best centre-back in the Premier League because I know he's just coming back from an injury, but there was a ball over the top for Brentford at the end of that game yesterday, and Tony was away. And he's away from most centre-backs. He'd be away from Diaz, definitely, because Diaz isn't as quick as Van Dijk or Tony. And Van Dijk went for him and shrugged him off the ball. I thought, that's a world-class centre-back. The reading of the game, the speed, the power. I think, as much as I don't like Liverpool, I can appreciate that Van Dijk is the best centre-back in the Premier League. So my top 5, Harry Maguire, I admit that might be a bit biased. Rudiger, Diaz, Varane, and Van Dijk at number 1. But I tell you what it says, those 4 centre-backs, Rudiger, Diaz, Varane and Van Dijk, it's interesting, isn't it? Chelsea, Man City, Man United, Liverpool, the top 4 clubs with the top 4 centre-backs for me. And it just shows you as well, the Premier League strength. How often is it that you can say that you've probably got 4 of the best centre-backs in the world in the Premier League? So that's how I would go. This guy has got no idea how good Thiago Silva is, says Hussein. I do know how good Thiago Silva is, but he doesn't play every game for Chelsea. I've seen him make mistakes for Chelsea. I prefer Rudiger, so tough. Ask me opinion and I'll give it. argue with that opinion by all means, but I ain't going to change my opinion. It's not like I've pulled it out of my arse. I've given you my top 5. If you don't like it, you don't like it. Well, I did just say that Harry Maguire is obviously a biased opinion. I'd said that Matip's very good. You could go Laporte, you could go Thiago Silva if you want to. I've gone with Harry Maguire because I've been a bit biased. Simple as that. I think the 5th choice one, I agree, is debatable. The top 4, I wouldn't change. Mark, it's my birthday and I just wanted to say that in an otherwise crappy year, your content's kept me going. Thank you for that, mate. Up the United Stand, says Josu. Yes, everybody, please do check out the FIFA career mode on this channel. Episode 4 went up this afternoon. Episode 5 goes up tomorrow. FIFA 22, Manchester United career mode. Condensed into like 20-minute highlights each day. So make sure you check that out today because there's a goal of the season contender in episode 4. It's an absolute banger. Absolute banger. Get the mash. Get me some mash because it's a banger. Anyway, yeah, I'm very excited about that Fury Wilder fight. I just need to know what time